Blood sugar. You've heard the term, and you know it's important, but what do you really know about it? Do you know what foods you should be avoiding to keep your blood sugar balanced? Yes, I know what you're thinking. Well, yeah, avoid sugars, sweets, and all the tasty treats, right? I'm sorry to say it's not that easy. Food that you may not even think can spike your sugar levels. Hopefully I have your interest now. So to learn more, let's clear the floor and let me hear from Dr. Jerome Raruka.
Staying on track with your chiropractic appointments is very important for you in order to get the benefits that you're seeking. There's many things you need to come into the clinic for specifically for you to get helped. However, I'm going to share some things with you so you can help yourself when you're at home. And we're going to largely be talking about reading food labels and how this affects your blood sugar. Now you may be like, what does blood sugar have to do with the pain in my neck or my back? Or why I'm not sleeping well? Actually, it has everything to do with every symptom that you can think of. When it comes to pain, blood sugar balance in the foods that you take in actually creates inflammation in your body if you're not taking the right foods. And it actually degenerates your body. If you eat certain foods, it's going to help balance your blood sugar and actually regenerate your cells. So there are so much information out there that can confuse patients. We're going to make it really simple for you in the next minutes of this video so you can feel confident in helping yourself. Now, when I talk about understanding food, we're going to make sure we start in the same place. That is with healthy whole vegetables, fruits, lean meats, and those are going to be your primary sources of dietary intake. Now, a lot of times when I mention we're going to talk about food, people start thinking about fast food, pizza, sodas, all sorts of things that really aren't food and definitely are not good for balancing blood sugar. But we're going to also teach you how to read labels here so you can figure it out because there's such a huge variety out there. Now, also, you've probably read so many different diet books. This also affects if you're trying to lose weight. This also affects if you may be on certain medication. So at the basis of all these concerns is balancing blood sugar will help you recover greatly and also working with your practitioners of choice. So as we look through this, we're going to explain to you in more detail how blood sugar affects you every single day. Now, a calorie is not a calorie, and you already probably know this. We have carbohydrates, which is 4 grams of calories. We have protein, which is 4 calories per gram of protein, and we have fat, which is 9 calories per gram of fat that you take. But if you ate an equal amount of calories of protein and an equal amount of carbohydrates, it would have a very different effect on your body. And that even holds true if you ate the same amount of calories of fat compared to carbohydrates, it would be very different. And this may surprise you that if you ate the same amounts of healthy fats as you did calories and carbohydrates, you would gain a tremendous amount more fat by eating the carbohydrates. And we're going to explain a little bit why that is and how you can balance your blood sugar. Let's just take one specific food. Now, when we look at a Bush's Baked Beans label, it says right on the front of it, it's 98% fat-free. So you might go, wow, that's got to be somewhat healthy in terms of it's primarily fat-free. So that must be good for me. There's some truth to that. But more importantly, we're going to go down the label and a serving size is 1/2 cup. And so within that serving size, it says there are 31 grams of carbohydrates, there are 5 grams of fiber, and there's 11 grams of sugar. Now we're going to see how this ends up affecting you because your body has to break this down and then it's either going to regenerate you or degenerate you. Now how you really figure up accurately the amount of sugar any food has that you will be eating is you need to take the total amount of carbohydrates and subtract the amount of fiber from that number. So already on this label we had 31 grams of carbs and 5 grams of fiber. So we're going to get 26 total grams of carbohydrates. Now, 1 teaspoon of sugar is made from 4 grams of carbohydrates. It does not matter if you're drinking soda, if you're eating a bagel, or if you're eating cereal or baked beans in this instant, the leftover carbohydrates we're going to divide by 4, because that is how many grams of carbohydrates equals 1 teaspoon of sugar. So when you eat a half a cup of Bush's baked beans, you are actually taking in 6.5 teaspoons of pure sugar. That is a lot. So you probably know that if you actually ate 6.5 teaspoons of sugar, that wouldn't be good for you. But this is exactly what happens in the breakdown of our food. So it's not just the foods that you're eating, it's what they break down into makes a big difference. So ultimately, you see reading that food label gives you different information, and it really kind of surprises you just how much sugar you are really taking in. Now, a lot of people start their day eating cereal. Now here again, cereals have a lot of carbohydrates. Now there's a lot of companies out there that make claims that their cereal is healthy. However, in all cases, it doesn't matter what advertising tells you, it's about the facts of how when this breaks down, how does this affect us as far as an individual? And is this going to regenerate us or is this going to degenerate us? So when we look on the label of Special K, a relatively healthful considered cereal, a serving size is 1 cup. So 1 serving has 22 grams of carbohydrates with only 1 gram of fiber. So we're going to subtract the total carbohydrates, subtract the fiber, so we have 21 grams of carbohydrates. And now we're going to divide by 4 because we know that 4 grams of carbohydrates equals 1 teaspoon of sugar. So that equals 5 teaspoons of sugar from 1 cup of eating Special K. Now you probably wouldn't just eat 5 teaspoons of sugar and think you had a good breakfast, but that's exactly what you're doing. Now you can apply this simple model whether you're looking at fruit juices, whether you're looking at sodas, whether you're looking at breads. Certain types of vegetables have a higher carbohydrate content than others. All of these add up to having a significant effect on you and how you feel every day. Whether it's pain and discomfort, or if it's even some of the visceral diseases that you may be challenged with. Some of the common ones are cardiovascular diseases and diabetes that this leads to. So talk to your doctor again about how you can help yourself making positive dietary improvements, but just implementing this simple information that I just gave you will save you hours and hours of reading all those dietary handbooks and being confused. No more confusion, so you can live that healthy lifestyle that you want.